Hi everybody, and welcome to our lesson on triangle angle theorems. The two theorems we're going to be discussing today are the triangle sum theorem and the exterior angle theorem. And just some terms that you need to know when we're referring to these are the interior angle, exterior angle, and remote interior angle. So I'm going to show you a picture with these labeled in just a few minutes. Alright, interior and exterior angles. When we think about the terms interior versus exterior, we're thinking inside versus outside. So interior angles in a triangle are going to be those inside the vertices of the triangle. Exterior angles are actually those formed by extensions of the side lengths, and they are going to be outside the triangle. Okay, the triangle sum theorem states that all of our interior angles are going to need to add up to 180 degrees. So those are going to be these three here. So all three interior angles must always add up to 180 degrees, and that is the triangle sum theorem. So knowing that theorem, let's find the missing angle here in this example. So we've got 40 degrees, 90, and then a missing angle x. So what we need to do is we need to find the sum of the ones we're given. So if we add 40 degrees plus 9 degrees, that gives us 130 degrees. So now 130 degrees plus some other missing amount must add up to 180 degrees. So we can find that by subtracting to find the remainder, what's missing. Okay, so what's going to be missing here is 50 degrees, so that means x is 50 degrees. And we can go back and fill that in on our picture if we'd like to. Here's a more complex example. Maybe we are going to be given expressions instead of an actual degree measure in our triangles and asked to find some missing angles. We can use that same theorem, the triangle sum theorem, to do that. So here we can see we have two missing angles, y, and an expression for this one, 3y minus 44, and then one actual number degree here, 76 degrees. Alright, so I know that all three of these things must add up to 180 degrees. So I've got that listed here. Y plus the expression 3y minus 44 plus 76 equals 180 degrees. And I now have an equation that I can solve for y. So doing that, I'm going to take my like terms here, the y and the 3y, that becomes 4y. And then some more like terms here, negative 44 plus 76, and that becomes 32. And simplify a little bit so I can get this y by itself. Going to want to move this 32 using my solving steps by subtracting, and then we'll come out with 4y equals 148. Dividing our 4, we will have y equals 37. But remember, the initial task was to find the missing angles. So I know y's value now. I could fill that in up here at the top. This one is 37 degrees. But I still didn't find this left-hand corner angle. What I could do though is if I know y is 37, I could simply put that into this expression that's represented down here and proceed to find that angle. So 3 times the value for y, 37, minus 44 should be the degrees of this angle down here. So I've got 111 minus 44, and that's going to give me 67 degrees. So I have all three angles, and if you want to be sure, you can take all three values now and add them up just to make sure that they do add to 180. 37 plus 76 plus 67 do add to 180, so we're in good shape. Alright, let's move and talk about exterior angles now instead of interior. On this picture you can see I've extended this bottom side, and we have an exterior angle here to our triangle. And you could do this with any of the sides of your triangle. But if we're talking about this particular exterior angle, the term that we discussed earlier, remote interior angle, is going to be these two locations right here. That's because those are the angles that are inside the triangle, but they are not attached to this exterior angle portion out here, so they are remote to that angle. So we've got an exterior angle seen and two remote interior angles to that angle. And the exterior angle theorem, remember, states that all three of those pieces also must add up to 180. So in this example, we're given that situation. We're given an exterior angle here, and then the two remote interior angles that combine with that are seen here. So if these must add up to 180, we're going to simply find the sum of the two that we have, 120 degrees and 15 degrees, to give us 135, and then see what the difference is to make up for the rest being 180. So we're going to take 180 degrees and subtract 135 degrees and find out that 45 degrees is left, so x must be 45. And you can go back and label it in your picture if you wish to do that. And this concludes our lesson on triangle angle theorems.